Hello, folks. I hope you've enjoyed your picnics and you've imbibed enough for the second half, ready to roll home. I will ask you when you do roll home if you could be considerate to our neighbours, you rowdy rabble. So, finally, I would like to welcome back to the stage our pianist, Bradley Wood, Juliet Lozano, and also our gorgeous tenor, who I did not say the name of before because he was not in the first act, Phil Cleave.
We haven't done anything yet. I don't know if I can sing anything after that picnic. It was great, wasn't it? So now this is a little aria right at the end of Traviata. Traviata's, I think, maybe one of the most famous operas ever. It's got Di Piamo in it. And the story so far is I'm Alfredo, and I'm sort of a naive, moderately wealthy, well, my father's quite wealthy, young man, and I've fallen in love with a prostitute. I'm told it happens. A posh prostitute. And I've told Violetta, who is the prostitute, that I love her. And apparently no one's ever told her this before, so she falls back in love with me, which is nice, a coincidence. Anyway, Act 2 happens, and I've been living the high life with the girl I love, and she's been paying for it all because I don't have any money. And she's run out of money, so she has to sort of return to earning some money. And my father comes to talk to her and says, "No, you're ruining the family's reputation, you should leave, go away." And so she does, to spare my family's blushes. And anyway, there's a whole argument, we shout at each other, but then we're all reconciled just before she dies of TB. And and then I sing, "Mimi!" Oh no, that's another one. And this is the little duet we sing just before she dies, and it's, we're going to go to Paris, beautiful, it's going to be wonderful, we'll live a wonderful life, and you don't need to worry about coughing yourself to death. So, I hope you enjoy it. I've got to sing again. So actually, this is from an operetta that I know nothing about, which I probably shouldn't admit to you. It's a Lahar operetta. It's called Land of Smiles. But it was made famous in this country. Its German title for the aria is Du bist mein ganzen Herz. You are my heart's delight. And it was made famous in England by Richard Tauber. And I think really it's probably one of in the 20s, it was one of the arias that started getting people interested in England in opera. So I hope you enjoy it.
This next piece is from a zarzuela. It's opera in Spanish. And it's very feisty and cheeky. It says, the text of this piece is a woman that is very confident and she knows that she's worth a lot. And she's talking about this man that loves her and how she knows, yes, he's very handsome and all the girls want him, but come on, I mean, he's with me, so it's gonna be fine.
You know, this moment in the evening was bound to happen. We've got some Gilbert and Sullivan next. Thank you. And this particular piece is from not their very first work, but their first popular work, Trial by Jury. And I play Edwin, the defendant, and he's basically in court for a breach of promise of marriage. And I'm going to sing to you why.
Tick-a-tack, 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 tick-a-tack. I used to move and try and bend just like a lovesick boy. But joy unfed it calls the sense, and love unchanged will cloy. And she became a bore intense unto her lovesick boy. With fitful gleam burnt my flame, and I grew cold and coy, until one morning I became another's lovesick boy. Tick-a-tang, 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 until one morning I became another's lovesick boy.
have two folk songs for you now. The first is an arrangement of She Moved Through the Fair by Herbert Hughes, and the second is Carly Yow's. This is the Britain arrangement of the Robbie Burns song. It is in Scots, so I apologise to any Scots in the audience. And yeah, it's very special to me. I spent 4 years in Scotland, and I loved it there, and I really miss it still, so I hope you enjoy.
Now this song, traditional Irish song, as you can tell from looking at me, my hair colour and... I'm from Liverpool, really, and 2 generations of my family are, and then they're all Irish. And my grandmother taught me this song, and I sang it at a funeral a few years later, many years later, actually. I haven't sung it since, so I hope you enjoy it.
But come ye back when summer's on the meadow, or when the valleys flush and white with snow, and I'll be here in sunshine or in shadow. Oh, Danny boy, I love you so. And when ye come, as all the flowers are dying, if I am dead, as dead I well could be, then come and find the place where I am lying, and kneel and say an Ave there for me, and I shall hear how soft you tread above me. And oh, my grave shall warmer, sweeter be. And when you bend and tell me that you love me, and I shall rest in peace until you come to me.
These next 2 songs are really, really dear for me. They are both from my country, Colombia, and Bradley and I are taking you. We have some Colombians in the crowd. We're taking you to a small town. I want you to know that there is, I think it's called longest continental mountain range, I think so, that goes from Venezuela to 7 countries through South America, the Andes, or the Andes. And it crosses Colombia. Colombia is a mixture of many different cultural backgrounds. We have, in my family, for example, we have some Afro-Colombian influences, indigenous, Spanish, and these two songs are from the Andes region. And the first one is a waltz, and the second one is a very traditional rhythm called bambuco. You'll try to hear the rhythms underneath the melodies I'm singing. The first one is a very nostalgic one, and it speaks and tries to paint a picture of this old town, a little bit of a remembrance of the youth. When you left your country and remembering and thinking of that moment of returning and how you would want to spend your last days in those paths, in that house where you grew up, and very nostalgic. The second one tries to paint the magical realism that we have in our country, the mountains, the sun, the feeling of the wind, which it's very special, warm but not too warm, and it's covered in the nostalgia of a love that is gone now. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. It has been a long but very special evening for us too. We wanted to leave you tonight with a very beautiful duet from Hansel and Gretel. And this is called The Evening Prayer. And they sing it in Act 2, after they've been in the forest. They are very scared and very lost, but they have each other. And it's what they sing before they go to bed, before they go to sleep in the middle of the forest. But good night for you too.
Abends
That was an enormous amount of fun. Shall we do it all again next year? Well, I asked the National Opera Studio, can I have your best, please? And I really think they delivered. So another enormous round of applause to our singers and to Bradley this evening, our pianist. Absolutely incredible. Gorgeous. It wouldn't be a local arts festival without someone standing up and thanking a few people, but I'm going to try and do it in record time, but with incredible dignity and reverence. So, firstly, speaking of dignity and reverence, Winkworth, local estate and letting agents. Can we give them another massive round of applause? Thank you so much, Winkworth, for sponsoring this evening. Especially to Russell, who was a particular gem. Can we give an enormous round of applause to our volunteers who have served things, done tickets, helped clean? Thank you so much to all the volunteers who are currently volunteering outside. But a massive wave to you volunteers. I'm probably going to miss someone out, and to you I grovel on my knees. But anyone who has donated their time, be it helping with the programme, selling things, flyering things, anyone who's donated their money, very, very useful as well. Thank you so much for that. Because that's fundamentally, you joke about it, but we've tried to subsidise tickets as much as possible and to do quite a few events totally for free. And we've also gone to individual organisations to give away free tickets to people who might not otherwise be able to come to these events, and also done workshops for local groups that we have not advertised, just safeguarding. So a huge thank you to the National Opera Studio for sending us those incredible gems. Fantastic, that's you guys. They've probably already gone. They're drinking the wine and off they go. An enormous thank you to St Margaret's and the local community. You have really embraced us since getting here and sort of gone along with all of our harebrained schemes like vampire films on Friday the 13th in churches. But I think we can all say it was a mirror to Jesus, can't we? So that was fine. I said that to Brutus at the end and he said, yes, dear, I'm so proud of you, you got it. Speaking of Nosferatu and creepy little vampires, Nick Miller and Harriet, your beloved wife. You're not... Very beautiful. Nick is, of course, our MD here, and he was the one playing last night. He is not a creepy vampire. He's an incredible man, and the godfather, just the godfather to my son, not the real father, nor the god. It's okay. And also to your incredible wife, Harriet, Mr. and Mrs. Miller. They recently got married here, in fact. I got to sing, it was lovely. Their wedding bit was nice as well, but I enjoyed singing, so thank you for that opportunity. But thank you, you are our sort of long-serving lodgers / skivvies / people I'm slightly moody at sometimes because I've forgotten to make up the bed. And you help so much, and you're so incredible. Thank you also to the steering committee who have steered me. Yes, so to Mike Harrison, Sarah Cooper, Andrew Gardner, Nick Miller again. God, you keep cropping up. Brutus, that miscreant. And Deborah Guinea, right at the back there. Thank you very much. You've been really, really incredible and utterly terrifying at times. But I really appreciate it because, frankly, I've got no idea what I'm doing most of the time. I'm very, very, very almost at the end. I'd finally like to thank my husband, Brutus Green, who is my sun and stars, and who has constantly believed in me through a really, really difficult period for artists. Oh, sorry, I want to cry now. But many of us haven't really performed in a couple of years now, and we've spent our entire lives honing our crafts to bring before you in evenings like today. Although I didn't get to sing this evening, how unfair. No, but really, it's been hellish. We don't do it for the money, clearly, but we do it for the love of it and with that love of communication. And it's been so wonderful to feel your energy this evening, even as an audience member, which is unusual for me. But to see these incredible musicians, and really, that is what I want to do with the Putney Festival. I think we can take this idea and run with it now. I'll be 30 more seconds. Take it and run with it. If Barnes can do it, then by Jove, so can we. Yes, very good. By Jove, so can we. So it's very beautiful that they sang. No, definitely not. No, I'm not doing that. But thank you so much, because they actually sang Hansel and Gretel at the end. And I would really, really love to do a production of Hansel and Gretel next year in the gardens at St. Margaret with local schools. So bringing school children in, getting them, so doing it in July, which is, I know, lots of people are away in Putney, and I realise they're all in Cornwall, but you guys aren't. So thank goodness you're not the people with the second homes in Cornwall, that's all I can say. Or in fact, maybe we should have invited them. Maybe they'd have more money to give us at the end. No. But really, I really, really love to really take this idea and fly with it, do more education outreach with the schools, put music in really unusual venues. We've got folk dance remixed up on the Ashburton Estate tomorrow. It's going to be 12 hip-hop and English folk dances. It's this incredible fusion of sort of Morris dancing and beatboxing, dancing around a maypole, and a socially distant Kaylee. So if you need to stretch out after the indulgence of this evening, then please come along to that. It's also at Wandsworth Park. Totally free, by the way, sponsored by the Miles Trust. And then also tomorrow we've got a fantastic organ recital. Fantastic. Not here, but at All Saints on the Common, followed by a beautiful evensong to celebrate the Assumption of the Blessed Virgin Mary, our home girl. She's getting a sponge bath today in Barnes. I saw her annual sponge bath. Too much information. But yes, I am going to stop now. Thank you. I said it was going to be brief, and I lied. I got a microphone. I just can't put it down. So thank you so much for coming this evening. Thank you for buying your tickets. Please whack cash in the buckets on the way out, and it will all go towards the festival next year, because I want it to be bigger and better and full of less COVID. So again, thank you to all, especially to my husband, whom I love very dearly, and I will stop talking almost now. Almost. Yes, you can applaud. They're all half-dressed, but we'll just shout brava from here. Brava to the musicians!
Before everyone goes, I just wanted to say just a few words. 18 months ago, obviously the pandemic started, and it was all very dreadful, and I was overwhelmed by the generosity of people of Putney. Within 3 weeks, I had 100 people contact the church to volunteer, and we had raised over £5,000, and we, through then, delivered medicine and food to people for the next 18 months. But what we realized during that time is that different people are affected differently, and especially people who worked in the arts. I'm sure you've heard Andrew Lloyd Webber going on about it. And it's been pretty dreadful for people. And so we decided that we were going to do what we could to support the arts. And since September, we've been running a weekly recital. And Nick Miller, our direct music, has wonderfully it's not in his job description, but he has basically been administering and organizing a weekly recital here at St. Margaret's, which has been wonderful. And we have raised, I think, £8,500 for musicians, which has been brilliant, and we are continuing, and from September the 5th we will start again, and that is running certainly all the way into next year. And so thank you to Nick, and thank you to everyone who has been generous in supporting us, and we will continue to support the arts. But this last week, Rhiannon has taken it upon herself to create an arts festival at possibly the worst time known to humanity. And she has done a phenomenal job, and in 6 weeks she has raised over £10,000 and spent it in a way that perfectly mimics our household. And it's quite incredible, like the sort of risk that's involved and the energy that it requires to design a website, to put out advertising, to gather volunteers and organize them, to get a diverse range of events that not only do wonderful things with the arts, but also bring in the community and all kinds of amateurs and volunteers and people who've never worked before, and have the proper diversity that represents the people of Putney. So Rhiannon has done an incredible job, and it's just wonderful that this has begun, and I think it will move on to big things. And we are going on holiday tomorrow, so I knew there was no point in buying her flowers, as, believe me, if I don't buy her flowers, I hear about it for a very long time afterwards. But she also loves houseplants, so we've got her a lovely houseplant. Thank you, Rhiannon.
Good night, God bless, get home safely, and please be mindful of the neighbours, and try and, keep upright on the way home. I know what you lot are like, especially you.
Thank you for everyone who has supported us. Thank you for coming tonight, and God bless, and take care. Good night.
Yes, and it suddenly jumped off. It could be.
It's not here. Got one, got it.
It's a very special one. It's for giving old ladies and gentlemen music, actually. And at her birthday, I used to always give a party. This was bequeathed to me. And it's a jolly nice ring, actually.
Sure.
Anyway, thank
That'll
you.
be fun.
Thank you for a lovely evening. I mean, it wouldn't have been the same just having somebody not,
No, it's really lovely.
Yes, it
Have
was.
you got your bag?
My handbag.
You had no, you didn't. You had a.
There it is. Anyway, thank you. We all enjoyed it so much. Thank you very much. Really great.
The fans, you know? The fans.
I just love I was interested with the chaps out Londonderry. I grew